Hey boyos, daily check-in with John V. It is October 14th, 2024. Really slacking with lifting, but it's fine as long as I keep losing weight. We can worry about getting ripped later if we have to. I've made another purchase on Temu yesterday and today. Taking advantage of the promotion, it's you spend like $75, $85, get roughly $55 back. That's an absolute steal, right? And it's all magic supplies. Can't have too many magic supplies. I estimate when I do these promotions, I roughly am actually spending 35 to 40% of the advertised price on the items. So, like a card binder that's $14.50, I'm actually only spending like $6 on, which is, really good. Um, but I'll worry about selling product off later. I'm just trying to accumulate as much as I can. It's just I know some things will be more of a big hit than others. Like the storage boxes seem to be the biggest hit, and I didn't stick around the other day at the Magic competition for Buddy there to see if he wins any store credit for and exchange it for product with me. But oh well. I didn't do too bad the other day. I finished first with the consolation tournament. But today is Thanksgiving. Got a Thanksgiving supper I'm going to later. I wasn't invited. Um, and obviously, I can't ask my sister anything or she just flips out and starts yelling and shit. And I can't handle being around people like that. People like that just stress me out. I need my own place. Um, I'm just, I get stressed out easily. I mean, I don't show it, but I do get stressed out. And it's not good for my mental health, right? And yeah. But I picked up some work. I got a job to go do tomorrow painting a room. So I don't know how long that's going to take, a matter of hours. And I don't know if he's going to want a second coat, right? If he does, it's just a matter of I just come back again the following day. And my rate is 15 an hour. And after my first day of work, we renegotiate, and I would likely want more if they decide to hire me again. I know the way I position it on my ad, it makes it sound like I'm mentally unstable and incompetent and I possibly won't do a good job. But I'm trying to be realistic with people. Obviously, I'm not going to make myself sound like the cat's ass on an advertisement advertising myself, right? I'm being real with people. I'm off work because of mental health issues. I have physical limitations because I'm not in the best shape. And I'm overweight, right? So I have physical limitations. If I have to do something like piling firewood, I might not be able to do it, or not be able to do it all day, right? I might only be able to last 3 or 4 hours. And I think people see that because I get lots of comments, right? And to me, any attention is good attention, even if it's negative attention. It's still good, right? What sucks is being invisible, not existing to other people, just simply not existing and being invisible. That's the worst thing you can be. If you're getting attention from people and it's negative, that's better than no attention, right? Um, I know I've known people, younger people, and they would complain about how people would pick on them at school and stuff and make fun of them and shit like that. It's like, well, bro, it's better than being invisible. Like, if you're homely and overweight and you have no redeeming qualities, you simply blend in and don't stand out in any good way or bad way, it sucks, right? And for the most part, I do blend in because I'm not very good looking anymore and I'm overweight and I just don't stand out. Being invisible does have benefits, right? At least you're not getting picked on or targeted. But if you're getting targeted and picked on, like, it's often jealousy, right? People often do that to people that they like. It's just human nature, right? Like people that I know, they become jealous of me, and jealousy is a real problem for me. Like I'm not a jealous person. I don't get jealous of other people. Like I have been jealous, but typically I'm not a jealous person, but for some reason I attract jealous people. And strangers or people I don't know very well typically aren't jealous of me. Sometimes, but typically not. It's always the people I've known for a long time. They get jealous of me. They try to bring me down, and they'll treat me like I'm inferior, like, and that they're superior to me, and it boggles my mind, really. But I have four Temu accounts just so I can abuse the promotions, right? Because I want to stock up on all these magic products, and I got a box you can see back there, and I'm putting stuff in it to return to the company, and stuff like the pots and pans and dishware set and the kitchen knife set, because I'm not gonna. There's no point in accumulating stuff like that now, because a lot of that stuff off that site at that price that I paid is garbage, just trash. If I buy a kitchen knife set and a cutlery set and a dishware set and a pot and pan set, I want it to be good stuff, because when I fry potatoes or a steak, I don't want it stuck to the bottom of the fucking pan, right? And I don't want garbage that the paint's gonna start chipping, like the finish or a paint or whatever is on the pot starts like chipping off, right? I don't want some garbage like that. And I figure to get a good pot and pan set, I'm gonna have to pay like $100. To get a good kitchen knife set, I'm likely gonna have to pay half that. To get a good dishware with cutlery set, probably half that as well, like $50. Because I want to have stuff that's gonna last me for 5 or 10 years, not that's gonna break on me or just not perform like it's supposed to, like trash, right? But now these magic products I'm getting, this is all good stuff, right? It's superior than what most people have for magic accessories. And obviously I have some stuff that was cheaper, that's lower quality, and I'm going to have some stuff that's higher quality, more expensive, because I want to give people options like, 50 card sleeves, $2. And that's reasonable for just a normal set of card sleeves, $2, because even on the even if you buy them from the store, it's going to cost you like $4 for 50 card sleeves that are crap quality, like I have. And Dragon Shield card sleeves, I'm going to want 15 for. I paid like 8, and I get them all off AliExpress just because I'm taking advantage of the coins. And of course, I'm going to make up bogus complaints and say I don't want the product anymore and want to return it, so they'll give me a refund so I can buy even more product. But 20 years ago, I was not like this. 20 years ago, I was not like this at all. I thought I was doing some great service for the world by being honest and, hardworking and not taking what was owed to me. I thought I was doing some great service for the world, and the world's not benefiting from me being selfless, right? It's really not. It's not making a difference. If everybody did it, yeah, sure, then it would make a difference. But one man alone, use like if it's on a unless it's on a large scale somehow, it's not making a difference. Like I was entitled to EI unemployment several times in my younger days and never claimed it, thinking, oh, I don't need the money, I just won't claim EI, right? Even though I was entitled to it, and that was so stupid of me. Thinking like, you know, eh, the money stays with the government, the money goes to me. There's no difference of where the money goes, right? So I'd rather just the government have it, and it can go to improving the world, and maybe that's somewhat true. But I've done a complete turnaround, and now I'm selfish. Now I take advantage of companies and take them for all I can. But 20 years ago, I wasn't like that. Now, of course, I would shoplift and stuff, but it was always food. And I was always shoplifting out of necessity because I wouldn't go to places like the food bank, or I'd be in a fucking shitty living situation, living with idiots that wanted to just party all day and night. And, you know, people treat me like a piece of shit. And I can't wait to get my own place because most of the people I know just treat me like a bag of garbage. And I should have my own place anyway. And like my sister says, like, you know, talking shit to me because I'm a welfare bum. It's like, well, I can't help it if I have a mental disability because I have mental health problems, right? It's not my fault. Like, you shouldn't judge somebody unless you're them. Unless you've been in their shoes and lived a day in their shoes, you shouldn't judge them because you don't know their struggle, you don't know their story, you don't know what they've gone through or what they're going through. Most people are very ignorant, and I used to be a very ignorant person too. To me, it was everyone had to work. You know, disability was for lazy people, welfare was for lazy people. Everyone simply had to go to a full time job and work. And it was, I think it was my parents that made me that way because they would push me in the direction of just getting a job. Doesn't matter what the job is, just take any job. And it's like, why would I take a job I don't like when I could have a job I do like, right? You know, leave the job you don't like for somebody that wants that job. You know, not everybody wants the same shit, and that's probably why I was so miserable and depressed when in my younger years because I didn't do things that made me happy. I would just do things because I thought I was supposed to do them and with no regard to my own happiness. And you know, I'm taking steps and changing that and doing things that actually make me happy. And my mental health is much better than it used to be because I don't have much stress in my life. A little bit, but not a crazy amount. And as for money, you know, I'm taking care of that by picking up odd jobs. And all it takes is getting one or two customers, and they'll tell all their friends, and their friends will hire me, and then I'll be rolling in business, right? If I can do a few partial work days every week to give me extra money, I will be very happy. That's all it's going to take to just, you know, set me on my way for buying everything I need and want. But being on disability kind of sucks, right? Because it's not a lot of money. But yeah, the next Magic competition, it's on the 27th or something like that. And it's a chaos draft, and it's a really good price. $35, and that's for six boosters and prizing, and that's a steal. So I can't wait for that event. They have limited spots, and I'm going to be there 2 hours early and pay and register and everything. So I'll be all lined up ready to go because they only have 12 spots available for that draft or that sealed event. And after that one, there's only one other one I plan on going to the beginning of next month. And then I won't be going to another Magic event likely until the next set comes out because that's typically what happens around here. If a set's good, people will go to the events for the first month or so and then not go to any more. So that is what I will do as well. Because there's no point in showing up to an event and have nobody else show up, and it's like, okay, nobody showed up, I wasted my time. So, but I am on the Discord for that game store and with everybody else that plays the Magic there too. And you know, from what I see, nobody wants to go to the next draft on the 17th. So that's fine. But probably my ultimate long term goal right now is get my own fucking place. And I gotta cut negative people out of my life. And most of the people in my life are negative. And I can't be around negative people. It makes me negative, and it's not good for my mental health. You know, my own family members will bring me down. They'll just say shit to me that doesn't need to be said and just brings me down. And you know, I understand now. I think why I have relatives who are the way they are. Like one of my uncles, he's a drifter and a loner, and you know, basically a bum. And I understand why he's like that now because he can't go live with his family members because he'll just be a doormat for them all to shit on, right? Like I am. I'm a doormat for everybody to shit on. And it seems like I can't escape jealous people. But if I'm living on my own with my own place on fixed income housing, I can escape jealous people because if I don't want to deal with them, I go home and sit at home in my apartment alone. And that's the way I want it to be. And when I'm alone in my apartment, I can just focus on myself, like playing magic and lifting weights and eating healthy meals, and then I'm not around temptation like garbage food and stuff like that. But I get told people will only bring you down if you let them bring you down. Well, the thing is, like, I'm human, right? I'm not oblivious. I'm not a fucking rock, right? And obviously, if you get beat down long enough, it's gonna bring you down. You get beat down long enough, it just brings you down, wears you down. You're everybody's human, right? And I'm not Jesus Christ, right? I'm not pure. Like I'm not unaffected by fucking negativity, right? Like that's it for that coffee. I do enjoy some coffee now and then. That's all I've had today for calories. Thanksgiving dinner or supper later. I'm gonna try to go easy on it and not pig out and eat a big, humongous hoard of food. I'm just gonna have some ham and some vegetables, maybe a little bit of stuffing. I'm not gonna have any like cranberry sauce or anything like that, if there is any. But some carrot, maybe some potato, a little bit of stuffing, a whole bunch of ham, and that'll be it for the day. But my ultimate long-term goal right now is get my own place on my own fixed income housing where they take 30% of my income as rent. That's my ultimate long-term goal. Forget the weight loss, forget accumulating magic product to sell, forget holding magic drafts, forget arm wrestling, forget going to the game store to play cards. My ultimate long term goal right now is get my own place. Because I get my own place, it's going to make everything else easier to achieve, right? But boyos, I don't know much what else to say really. The new MISC seems to be pretty good. Um, I know I do have this mega thread in a section of the forum nobody really looks at, but it's fine. I'm just going to leave it there. I have in my SIG the link to my mega thread if anybody's curious or cares about it. So, but yeah, it's almost due to clean my room again. I might pay my nephew a few bucks to help me clean up my room because it's trashed. I kind of regret buying that foldable cot. I have a foldable cot that I sleep on. It's what I paid for it, which was like $140. It's not very good. Like I was expecting it to be like a miniature bed, and it's not. It's literally a foldable cot that's a piece of garbage. But I've learned, and like the little linen dresser I got, that's a piece of trash too. I've learned that the products that I'm buying off there, if they're expensive products, you know, over like 40 bucks, they're trash. And I've learned you buy the small products and you get your money's worth with the small products because those companies they don't make money off of small products. They make it off the big purchases, like selling shit like patio sets and living room sets, couch and sofa sets and kitchen like dining room table and chair sets and stuff like that. That's where they make their fucking money. Not with people like me buying $50 worth of magic products, a couple times a week. They're not making any money selling that shit. It's the big stuff that's like $1,200 patio sets and stuff like that. That's where they're making all their money. And I see that with their bigger stuff, their bigger purchases, the quality is not there. Quality's not there at all. With the smaller stuff, the quality is there. And it's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for you start out small shopping with them, just buy small things and then work your way up to bigger things until you're buying everything you need or want off of their site. That's what they're hoping for. And, they're hoping when I move into my own place, I buy all my furniture off of them, right? Buy a whole living room set off them, and dining room set off of them, and a bedroom set off them, and be like $5,000 in, and most of it's going to be garbage, right? Best thing to do with that is pick stuff out of the trash, dressers and mattresses and tables and chairs and all that shit. Get that out of the trash or buy it off of the internet like Facebook Marketplace. Because I got no problem at all with the Magic product I have received from them. It's been all good stuff except for a couple things were falsely advertised as another product when they weren't, like the four card binder or four slot binder I got. It was supposed to be six slot. So just false advertising with that one product. But it's all good quality product, I noticed, with the cheap stuff I get. But the big stuff, it's just garbage. Not worth anything. But I really have to get away from negativity. And, I go to the card shop and play cards, and there's no negativity there. The people I associate with at the card shop, they're not negative at all. They're quite positive, right? We're basically all friends. But, in my personal life, with people I've known for a long time, they're all negative. They direct their negativity towards me and shit all over me like I'm a piece of fucking trash. And, you know, I can't I can't handle that, right? It's not good for my mental health. It makes me depressed. And, family members that are like that, I can't entirely blame them because they were raised in a household where that's the way they were treated too, so that's the way they're going to act. And, but well, if they want to be like that and they can't help it, I can't be around it because um, I can't have other people bringing me down, right? But boy, it was a 22-minute video. I think that's long enough. Gonna play some more Magic here in a little bit. Force feed myself Magic over the coming weeks and months to try to hone my skills. I think I have a future in Magic and arm wrestling. Arm wrestling, though, um, like I'm slacking. I haven't been to practice in 3 weeks, but buddy that I travel with, he said he's got some bad bruising from competition because he went to Worlds and I think he got first place. I don't know, but and I'm also hoping he buys some smokes off me. That'll be really nice if he does. Uh, but not a lot else to say, boys. I think I'll cut the video off there, and I'll see you on the new MISC.